All right, so it is time, well, past time maybe, to get back to the doctor's office. We all know how important it is to do so, and yet many of us still putting off visits. We want to say good morning to Dr. Donald Lloyd-Jones. He's with the American Heart Association. Good morning to you, doctor.
Good morning, Scott. How are you?
Terrific, thanks. I was really shocked. I was reading about this, doctor, this morning. Some 8 in 10 people admit that over the course of the pandemic, they just took a pass on a routine doctor's visit. That's really a bad idea, is it not?
It is. We're seeing still in the summer of 2021 that 1 in 5 people said that they've delayed a healthcare visit within the last month. Now, that's better than it was a year ago when 1 in 2 people was delaying a healthcare visit. And I understand it. People are concerned perhaps a bit about getting exposed to the virus when they're in a healthcare setting. But I just want to reassure people that we've got protocols in place. We know how to keep people safe. And it's critically important for people to reconnect with their doctor, particularly if they have chronic health conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, or high cholesterol.
Well, and I'll take it a step further. My family is rife with cancer. I would imagine that with regard to screenings, it's also a good idea not to kick that can down the road.
Well, you're absolutely right. Cancer screenings are critically important to make sure that we catch things early. And so those are and many other health checkups are important too. So getting back in touch with your primary care provider is really, I think, the main message here.
Okay, so, I think for a long time we thought the doctor's office already was a bit tricky with regard to the cold and flu season, but now we've got Delta, and we're hearing things about these breakthrough infections. What do you want people to know about safety of a doctor's visit with the Delta variant seemingly out of control right now?
Yeah, no question the Delta variant's concerning. Still the best way for us to protect ourselves against the Delta variant and all the other variants is vaccination. No question about it. There are occasional breakthrough infections, but the main risk for getting severe COVID these days is being unvaccinated. 97+% of people in the hospital with COVID, and over 99% of the deaths currently are occurring among unvaccinated individuals. So, getting with your doctor and having that conversation is important. And again, wearing masks in healthcare settings, particularly important, but we know how to keep the space sanitized. We know how to keep you safe. And we want to get focused back on your individual health so that we make sure, that this pandemic doesn't affect you in any other ways.
Well, I'm a strong believer in being your own advocate. I would imagine that for folks who are going to reluctantly get back to the doctor, it might behoove them to have a list of questions written down. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely right. The time we spend with our doctors is really precious and unfortunately far too short in many cases. So having a list of questions for your doctor, even writing down the answers during the appointment, so make sure you get it right, is a really good strategy. The other thing that people can do is check in beforehand to see, are there any lab tests that they should have drawn before the appointment so that that appointment can be as efficient as possible. And even if you can take your weight and your blood pressure at home, that can be helpful for your doctor as well.
Great tips. Dr. Donald Lloyd-Jones with the American Heart Association. Thanks for your time, Doc.
Great to be with you. Thank you.